They told us the rains were scheduled, but nobody told the rain it had been raining for 17 days. Not a drizzle, not a polite grey curtain, but a relentless downpour. The Biriganga had turned into a heaving, angry ocean. The streets of Old Dhaka were canals, boats replaced buses, power flickered. The air was thick with static and rot, and yet the forecast was clear: no rain today. Dr. Naila Rahman zipped up her raincoat, stepped out onto her balcony, and stared into the water-heavy sky. She wasn't a meteorologist. She was an algorithmist, one of the last few minds entrusted with calibrating the Monsoon Equation. The climate control model developed after the 2062 weather crisis, when South Asia drowned and burned at the same time. The equation was a marvel. It didn't just predict rain, it commanded it. Through coordinated satellites, atmospheric seeding drones, and a lattice of AI weather stations, the world had made peace with nature. Until this year, this monsoon had not obeyed. And Naila had a theory. Someone had rewritten the equation. She arrived at the Ministry of Climate Stabilization's underground hub. The walls pulsed with soft blue data streams. Engineers buzzed around like nervous electrons. "Naila, we've double-checked. The equation is untouched," said Parvez, her deputy. "Checksum integrity is perfect." "That's not possible," she said, voice low. "Rain at this volume isn't an accident. Not for this long." She typed in her override and ran a spectral audit, a mathematical scan that traced irregularities not in code, but in pattern signatures. The result flashed red. "See anomaly. Temporal recurrence loop detected." She froze. A recurrence loop meant the same cloud-forming directive was being executed again and again. Not in the software, in time. The discovery led her to a forgotten file, buried in a 70-year-old satellite's hard memory, something no one had looked at in decades. Project Varsha 9 Directive, Precipitation Persistence Loop, Experimental. Status: abandoned, suppressed. Sealed. It had been a wartime experiment, a weapon to drown enemy regions in infinite monsoon. The code had a failsafe, a mathematical lock based on a 7-symbol equation, a pattern that echoed Fibonacci spirals, Sufi tiling, and ancient Vedic meter. Only one key could break it: the original Monsoon Equation. And only one person had written that: her father, Dr. Mahmud Rahman, presumed dead since 2079. The rain thickened into a roar. Outside, minarets shimmered in the mist, their call to prayer drowned by thunder. She decrypted the backup drive her father had left her. Inside, a single note: "The monsoon is memory. Feed it grief and it rains forever." Beneath the note was the true equation, not the sanitized version the ministry had used, but the poetic version, one where emotion, entropy, and memory were part of the climate's grammar. She replaced the current model with the original, and the rain paused, just for a moment, then began to fall again. But now it was gentler, less like punishment, more like mourning. Later that night, Naila walked through the city barefoot as the waters slowly began to retreat. Above her, the sky broke open. For the first time in weeks, a sliver of stars appeared. The monsoon equation could not be solved by control, only by listening.